Well, hello there everyone, and welcome to yet another episode here on the Shamblecraft server. It is episode 9, and you join me once again in my cute little lush cave that I am sharing with Sammy. You might notice there's a birch pillar. Don't worry about that, we're going to get back to that later, because what I want to do today is I want to get started on improving this cave a bit. So last time we sort of connected this space very well to the community base. We added the nether portal over there, we added a nice little path, we have a farm that is down here that Sammy has been steadily improving, and yeah, overall this is turning into a very, very nice little place. You can also see here also that Sammy has been doing some custom terrain with azalea trees where the wood has been changed out for basalt. So this is actually starting to look very, very nice. But we are going to be mainly focusing our attention to this. I cannot climb that bush for the life of me. We are going to be focusing our attention on this little corner right here. And the reason for that is that in this corner we are going to be doing villagers? Question mark? Yes, villagers! Exclamation mark. This is where we are going to be putting a little villager setup. And what I have been doing off camera while planning this is that I've installed a completely safe and fully OSHA compliant drop chute that will take the villagers down here where we need them. And what I'm thinking is I want to make a sort of villager breeder thing in the back here and keep the, the trading hall in the front. But what we need to do first of all is we need to mine this area out a bit, because right now that is a bit of a climb and we are going to be needing some of the area height-wise. So I am thinking basically this level here is where we want to clear out. So that will put it slightly lower than everything else. I mean, we could go to this level here, honestly. I think this is going to be a bit much. Or is it? Phali, these are the sort of things you think about before you start recording. Actually, maybe going up to that level, they're going up 2 or 3. You know what? Yeah, we're gonna actually climb up to this level here. So basically, the top of this temporary entrance. So basically, y equals 20 is where we're going to be working, and we are going to be carving out as much as we can of this corner to prepare for the villager trading hall that we are going to be constructing today. And fortunately, I have been tinkering a bit on Plot World already, so I do have a design in mind, but as per usual, I do not want to spoil it before we build it. So if you happen to be watching one of my streams, you might have caught a glimpse of it, but in terms of this episode, I'm not going to be showing it to you until it is done. So yeah, but before we get to building, we need to make room for the build, first of all, and once we've made room for the build, I think it would be very practical to get the villagers in here before we start sealing them in. So why don't we do this in the logical order of operation and start by clearing out the space that we're going to be needing for our villager trading hall. And just like that, everyone, we have made some progress. So as you can see, we have now prepared a little area down here where we're going to be keeping our villagers. And also, we have dug out most of it. The reason we have sort of had to stop here is because, well, we can't really dig this area out without disturbing this pool. And we need that pool because that's where the villagers are going to drop down. So what I've done is I have prepared most of the stuff down here. We're going to put a torch there. What we really need here now, we need to put the beds down. We need to fix the roof. I might just leave that as it is, actually. I'd get back to it later. And once we have the beds in and we've started putting the villagers in, then we can finish the work up there, get the sort of area for the trading hall ready, and we can start putting in the design that we settled on Plot World. But yeah, that is pretty much this done. So what I'm going to get next, I'm going to see if I can get some wool. Should be plenty of wool over at the community area. Once we have enough wool, we can start making beds. We're going to need, let's see, 3, 6, 9, 12, 14. So 28 beds we're going to need. And we're going to need some seeds to put down here so that they can start planting up the things that they want to grow. And afterwards, we're also going to have to make the system that will take the villagers up. We might do that in a chute on the side here. But yeah, that means that the next step now is to... Whoa. That means that the... Whoa. That means that the... Whoa. Okay, I'm sorry, I'm going to stop. That means that the next step right now is that we need to get some wool. And once we have the wool, we can make some beds. And once we have all of that sorted, we can start bringing some of the villagers over to their new home. Well, okay then, viewers. So, as you can see, we have managed to get one of the villagers into a boat. And I'm now going to do something very dangerous. I'm going to see if rowing into this water will bring him to the surface. And this is one of Sammy's master villagers. So, if this doesn't work, I'm going to die. So, let's see if this works. That worked-ish. This boat is non-functional, but that worked-ish. I'm happy with it. Right. Back to the studio. Well, okay then, viewers. We have encountered an issue. This bridge. We can't really go through it. So, NJ, fortunately, has popped on. NJ is sadly not able to be here in voice, but NJ is here in 8-bit form. So, I will be doing my best NJCoffeeJunkie impression, and I apologise in advance. So, what we've been talking about, NJ, is possibly making this a drawbridge. So, basically, if we can take 2 of these campfires, like a 2-wide campfire bit here, and change it for spruce trapdoors, and we can take the fence and change it for fence gates. That could work, right? I mean, it's your bridge, so what do you think?
I think it's a great idea, and I think it's something we should do straight away.
Holy hell. Yeah, all right. I'm glad you're on board, NJ. I'm going to do that. I'm going to go make the... I'm going to go make the trapdoors and everything. And just like that, we have a nice little drawbridge. So now I can safely take the villager through. I'm going to go get the other one straight away. And with that, we suddenly have a very nice way of getting through the bridge without having to ruin anything. So with that, we can then basically close these back up. And good as new. There we go. You can't even tell that we've been here. Look at that. So thank you, NJ, for popping in and helping out with that. I'm very glad that NJ was able to, because I'm not fond of sort of messing with other people's builds. So I'm very glad that we were able to do that. But moving on, we now have the 2 villagers, and we now get to the cheeky bit that sometimes works and sometimes doesn't. And now I need to remember where It was? Was it over here? Oh, yeah, here it is. So here is the drop chute that we made. So we should start recording so we can have Ave Maria playing while it falls in slow motion. Okay, so let's see if this works. Well. Okay, so that didn't really work. So what if we do this then? There you go, come on, go. Whee! Stuck the landing. So let's go get the other one. Ah, I messed it up. This Finnish trident isn't working as I want it to. Look at that. Looks great. So into the chute we go. And boink, we are down. And we're glitching into the villager. Oh, this is how it ends. There we go. And we have our 2 villagers. Neat. So, ow. So all we have to do now is sort of open up the water stream here, like so. And we should now be able to we should now be able to quite simply send them down here. And there we go. And then the other one. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. Into the boat. And down here. There we go. Glitching into the villager. Picking up these things. Placing the torch back down. Going up here, plugging the hole, and alright, that's pretty much that. Right, so the villagers are down. Thank you, NJ, for helping out. And yeah, that means that the next step on the list is to get wool and make a whole bunch of beds. Well, okay then viewers, we have popped over here to the community house on a supply run, picking up some potatoes, some carrots and some more deep slate, because we have 2 things we need to do. First of all, we need to get these villagers breeding, and once we've taken care of that, we also need to actually get started on building the trading hall itself, and that is going to require pretty much 3 materials mostly. That is going to be the cobble deep slate, the moss, and the mossy cobble. So I'm basically going to stay with the overall design that we've been working on so far. But first of all, while we are here, it would be nice if we could get some more food down to these villagers. So we're going to yeet some carrots, some potatoes. And we're going to take, if I could just give them wheat, will they do anything? You know what, if we just turn all of that into wheat and we just yeet all the wheat, yeet the wheat, wheatyeet.com. There's a merch idea, wheat yeet, yeet wheat. Yeet wheat, wheat that you eat. My brain. Okay, so this here is basically the finished area as I showed you in the previous clip, and what remains now is to build in the trading hall. And we have been smart for once and actually finished the construction of this in Plot World, even constructing it to the correct dimensions, meaning that all I have to do now is open up my blueprint, and when I do this we will have the blueprint in. I'm going to remove that again because I don't want to spoil it before the time lapse. And once that is in, we are pretty much set to start bringing the villagers up to the trading hall and into their slots. But for now, you know the drill. Time lapse! And just like that, we are pretty much done. So let me give you a little tour of the place. We have our villager trading hall here. We have the slabs and everything sort of put in to make it look good and be easy to climb. We've put in a bunch of workstations. We've put in the rails. After talking a little bit with Sammy, we settled on having 3 farmers, an armorsmith, a toolsmith, a fletcher. Honestly can't remember the name of the last one, and 2 clerics. And on this side, basically all librarians. However, this might change depending on what we need. And on the inside here, you can see we have an iron golem, of course, because we just can't seem to avoid them for some reason. And down here, I've actually built a sort of transport system that is currently blocked off using redstone. And come to think of it, maybe I should find a way to climb up there so we can have a look. So if I do... That's not going to work, is it? If we do this and there, then we can climb up here and have a look. So basically, the lever that is there, down there, when I pull that, that will move that block, meaning that we can move villagers out. However, when that one is still on, the villagers can't go anywhere, and that way we don't have to worry about anything. But as you can see, me working here for a couple of hours has also led to the villagers breeding steadily, and I think basically the next step now is to start the process of bringing the villagers up and seeing if we can get any decent trades. So that is basically going to be the next thing for us to do, but that is something that I am going to be doing off camera. Otherwise it would be a very, very long and arduous episode that would be extremely boring to watch. But that is pretty much the villager trading hall taken care of. I am very happy. I'm going to go over here and get a nice sort of angle on it. I am very happy with how that looks. I think it looks great. I think it really, really sort of captures the design that I wanted. It sort of fits very well into the corner. It matches up with the rest of the design. And also, it's not encroaching on the farm, which is, of course, very good news. I mean, the only downside is I can see that there's some glowstone visible there, but I mean, it's not going to matter because it's tinted glass. But yeah, that is the villager trading hall. So all that remains now is for me and Sammy to sort of start moving in the villagers, settling for some trades, and yeah, then we will be good to go. But that, everyone, is where I'm going to be leaving you for now. We have gotten a lot of work done. Surprisingly, we managed to do all of this in one episode. I was expecting this to take longer, and hopefully with some luck I'm going to be able to show you in the next episode what villages we have ended up with. But for now, that is all I have for now. Thank you very, very much for watching once again. I really, really hope you're enjoying the second season of Shamblecraft so far. I am currently very much on a roll with ideas, so I've been steadily writing them down, and hopefully I'm going to have some cool stuff to show you all in the next few episodes. But for now, that is going to be it. As I've said, as I say now and then, if you like the video, if you like what you're seeing, feel free to share it with a friend. And if you really, really like it, feel free to click that subscribe button. As I've said during my streams, I have one goal for 2022, and that is I want to hit 1,000 followers or subscribers on either platform. So if you want to help me with that, I would really, really appreciate it. But for now, that is going to be it. Thank you very much for watching once again, and I shall catch you all, in the next episode. Bye-bye!